Ready to jump into the world of photographic development? We're going deep on interview prep for a photographic developer position.
And we've got some really cool resources from RoleCatcher to help us out.
Yeah, they've got career guides, sample interview questions,
Even a peek at their AI tools.
all designed to make you shine in that interview.
It's pretty amazing how they've combined classic career advice with these AI insights.
Right, like you're getting the inside scoop on the job itself.
Yeah.
A&D, learning how to tailor your answers to what hiring managers are actually looking for.
Exactly.
So before we get to the AI stuff, let's paint a picture of what a photographic developer actually does.
Yeah, because it's more than just darkrooms and chemicals, right?
Right. So what's the real deal?
Well, RoleCatcher emphasizes this really cool blend of art and science.
Okay, I like that.
So you're using those classic darkroom techniques, but you're also understanding the chemistry behind film development.
Right.
Plus, digital tech is a huge part of the field now.
Oh, for sure.
So think high-tech labs and editing skills, too.
Okay, so it's a mix of old school craft and modern technology.
Exactly.
Now, RoleCatcher doesn't sugarcoat things.
Yeah, they're pretty upfront about the pros and cons.
So let's be real, what are we looking at?
They really emphasize the creative side.
Yeah.
Like the self-expression, the potential to work with cutting-edge stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they also make it clear that it can be demanding.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Long hours, super meticulous attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, working with chemicals means safety is non-negotiable.
Right. Passion is key.
Mm-hmm.
But so is knowing what you're getting into.
Absolutely.
Now let's get to the heart of it, the interview.
Okay, let's do it.
RoleCatcher has a ton of sample questions they say are common for photographic developer positions.
Yeah, and they've got some smart strategies for answering them like a pro.
And this is where the AI comes in, right?
This is where it really shines.
Okay, tell me more.
So their AI actually digs into job descriptions to figure out the specific skills employers want.
Oh, wow.
Then it helps you tailor your answers to hit those bullseyes.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's like a cheat code for interview prep.
Okay, I'm sold.
All right, let's jump into their first sample question.
Sounds good.
Describe your experience with developing black and white film.
Okay, so this one's all about showcasing your skills and experience, right?
Exactly. Did you take any photography courses, workshops, any darkroom experience?
Right.
This is also where you highlight any relevant certifications.
So basically, don't be shy.
Yeah, this is your time to shine.
Show them what you've got.
Exactly.
What about follow-up questions? Like, what if they ask about specific techniques you've used or challenges you've faced?
Right. Always be ready to go deeper.
Okay.
Have a few stories ready that really show off your problem solving and attention to detail.
Good tip.
Remember, specifics make you memorable.
That's true.
Instead of just saying, I'm good at troubleshooting, tell them about that time you saved a seemingly ruined roll of film.
Ooh, I like that.
That's what's going to make an impression.
Makes sense. All right, question 2. How do you ensure consistent results when developing film?
Okay, so it sounds like they're looking for precision and process here.
Exactly. This is where you emphasize your meticulous side.
Okay.
Talk about using timers, keeping detailed notes, following standardized processes.
So basically prove you're all about quality control.
Exactly. They want to know you can produce top-notch results every time, not just get lucky sometimes.
Right. Consistency is key.
Definitely.
Now, what if they dig deeper? Like, what if they ask about specific variables that can impact development, like temperature or variations in the chemicals?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You want to show them you understand the science behind it all.
Okay.
Explain how you account for those factors and what steps you take to mitigate any potential issues.
So give them some concrete examples.
Exactly.
Like what?
Well, maybe you preheat your chemicals or you have a system for adjusting the development time based on the temperature.
Right.
It's all about proving you're a pro, not just someone who's winging it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to question 3.
All right, hit me.
How do you troubleshoot film development issues?
Okay, so this is where your problem-solving skills really come in.
This is it. Share examples of challenges you've tackled in the darkroom.
Okay.
Walk them through your process.
Like step by step.
Exactly. How you identify the problem, analyze it, and find a solution.
So did you adjust development times, test different chemical concentrations?
Exactly.
It's all about showing you can think critically and not just blindly follow the manual.
Right. You want to show them you can handle those curveball situations.
Ooh, like what?
Like imagine a power outage
Oh, well.
or an equipment malfunction in the middle of developing.
Yeah, those would be stressful.
Exactly.
So what do you do?
Well, if you've faced similar situations, talk about how you adapted.
Okay.
Maybe you had to improvise a solution or calmly prioritize tasks to minimize damage.
Right.
It shows you're resourceful and you don't panic under pressure.
Those are valuable traits.
For sure.
Okay. Question 4.
How do you stay up to date with new developments in film development technology?
That's a good one. This field is constantly evolving, so how do you keep your knowledge fresh?
That's key. You really want to highlight your proactive learning here.
Oh,
Mention specific resources you follow, like industry publications, online forums, workshops.
the more specific, the better, right?
Absolutely. And don't forget to show your enthusiasm for the field's innovation.
Right. You're not just content with the status quo, you're actively seeking out new knowledge and techniques.
Exactly.
Now, what if they ask about a particular new technology or technique? How do you show you're in the loop?
You're one step ahead of me. Have a few recent advancements in mind that you find interesting.
Okay.
Explain why they're significant and how you might integrate them into your workflow.
So, for example,
Maybe there's a new eco-friendly developer you're excited to try, or a digital technique that complements traditional darkroom work.
right,
Show them you're both knowledgeable and forward-thinking.
I like it.
All right, question 5, and this one's important.
Okay, let's hear it.
How do you ensure the safety of yourself and others when working with film development chemicals?
Okay, yeah, safety is serious stuff.
Absolutely. Showcase your awareness of all the safety protocols.
Okay.
Mention the protective gear you use.
Like gloves, goggles, masks, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And describe the procedures you follow for handling, storing, and disposing of chemicals.
So basically, make it crystal clear that safety is non-negotiable for you,
It's a top priority.
for both yourself and those around you.
For sure.
Now, what about specific scenarios? Like, what if there's a chemical spill or another emergency?
Great question.
Yeah, you need to be prepared.
Absolutely. Be ready to walk them through the steps you would take.
Yeah,
Show them, the emergency protocols, and you can act decisively.
so like,
Maybe you've had specific training in hazmat handling or first aid. Highlight those.
right.
Even if you haven't faced a major incident, demonstrating that you can think clearly and act responsibly in a crisis is crucial.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, question 6 gets into that classic dilemma.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
How do you balance the need for speed with the need for quality when developing film?
Ah, yeah, that's a tough one.
It is. You want to articulate a balanced approach.
Okay,
So prioritize quality, but also acknowledge that deadlines exist.
makes sense.
Share some time management strategies and give examples of how you've juggled projects without sacrificing quality.
Totally.
Maybe you have a system for prioritizing urgent orders, or you can delegate tasks effectively when things get hectic.
Right.
It's all about showing them you can handle the pressure while still delivering excellence.
I like it.
Okay, on to question 7.
Sure.
This one might seem simple, but it's crucial. How do you ensure that each roll of film is properly labeled and organized during the development process?
Yeah, seems simple, but a mix-up could be disastrous.
Exactly.
So what's the key here?
Detail your system.
Okay.
Do you use specific labeling techniques?
Yeah.
A logbook? A database?
Oh, those are all good.
You want to highlight your meticulous record keeping and attention to detail.
Right, no room for error.
Exactly. Imagine you're handing off a project mid-process.
Okay.
Another developer should be able to pick up right where you left off without any confusion.
That's a great way to think about it.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, what about handling large volumes of film or multiple projects at once?
Okay. Yeah, things could get complicated.
Absolutely. This is where you showcase your ability to scale up.
Okay.
Explain how you adapt your system for bigger workloads.
Like what?
Maybe you use color-coded labels, batch processing techniques, or have a digital tracking system.
So basically anything that helps you stay organized when things get complex.
Exactly. Remember, employers are looking for someone who can handle the demands of a busy lab without sacrificing accuracy.
Okay, makes sense.
Now, for the final question in this set, they want a story.
Okay, story time.
Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a particularly challenging film development issue?
Okay, time to showcase those problem-solving skills in action.
This is your chance to shine. Share a compelling anecdote that highlights your technical expertise and your ability to think critically under pressure.
Okay, so walk me through it.
You want to describe the problem, how you analyzed it, the steps you took, and the eventual solution.
So really paint a picture for them.
Exactly. Did you have to research obscure techniques? Experiment with different approaches?
Right.
The more engaging the story, the better.
That makes sense.
And it's not just about the technical stuff.
Right.
It's also about showing your persistence, your adaptability, your commitment to finding solutions.
Those are all important qualities.
Definitely. And what if they ask about the lessons you learned from that experience?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's gold.
Yeah.
Reflect on what you gained from that challenge and how you've applied those lessons to your work.
So like,
Maybe it reinforced the importance of meticulous record keeping or
Right.
taught you a brand new technique.
Mhm.
Show them you're constantly learning and growing from your experiences.
I like it.
It demonstrates a dedication to continuous improvement, which is a highly valued trait in any profession.
That's a great point.
All right, we've really dug into those sample questions from RoleCatcher.
We have. But before we move on, I want to touch on something else they emphasize.
Yeah, they're AI tools.
Yeah, they're not just about sample questions, right?
Right. Their AI can actually analyze your answers and provide feedback tailored to specific job roles.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like having a personalized coach critiquing your delivery and content.
It's pretty amazing.
It is.
Okay, so how does this AI feedback actually work?
Okay, let's say you're answering that question about troubleshooting film development issues.
Okay.
The AI might analyze your response, looking for keywords related to specific techniques or problem-solving approaches.
Okay.
If it detects a gap in your explanation, maybe you forgot to mention a key step in your process.
Yeah.
It'll flag that and suggest ways to strengthen your answer.
So it's like having an extra set of eyes, catching those little details that could make a big difference in the interview. What other types of feedback does it give?
Well, it can analyze your pacing and tone, making sure you're not speaking too fast or too monotone.
Right.
It can even assess your body language if you're doing a video interview,
Yeah.
helping you project confidence and professionalism.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
cool.
it's like having a virtual interview coach right there with you.
Exactly.
But let's not forget, it's a tool to enhance your skills, not replace them.
You got it.
Your passion, your experience, your unique perspective, those are the things that will truly make you shine.
Absolutely.
The AI is just there to help you polish your presentation and tailor your message.
Yeah,
It's your authenticity and enthusiasm that will ultimately win over the hiring manager.
I couldn't agree more.
It's about finding that synergy between human and machine, using technology to amplify your strengths and showcase your individuality.
Well said.
And that's what we'll be exploring further as we continue our deep dive into the world of the photographic developer.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the bigger picture. We've covered the nuts and bolts of answering interview questions. But RoleCatcher also provides some great insights into the career path itself.
So it's not just about landing the job, it's about understanding where that job can take you.
Exactly.
Okay, so what kind of career trajectory are we looking at here?
Well, RoleCatcher outlines a clear progression starting from those trainee positions where you're learning the ropes and assisting senior developers.
So even if you don't have tons of experience, there's a way to get your foot in the door.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what happens as you gain experience?
As you move up to junior and then intermediate developer roles, you take on more responsibility.
Like what?
Well, you're developing film independently, calibrating equipment, troubleshooting more complex issues.
So it's a gradual buildup of skills and knowledge, leading to more challenging and rewarding tasks.
Precisely.
And eventually you can reach those senior developer positions, where you're mentoring others, implementing process improvements, and even contributing to strategic decisions for the lab.
Exactly.
So it's not just a dead-end job.
No, not at all.
There's real opportunity for growth and leadership within this field.
Definitely.
And what about those who want to branch out? Are there alternative career paths that leverage these skills?
Absolutely. RoleCatcher highlights related fields like graphic design, advertising, even teaching photography.
Wow, lots of options.
Yeah, the skills you develop as a photograph developer.
Like what?
Attention to detail, problem solving, understanding color and composition.
Right.
Those are transferable to a wide range of creative professions.
So it's a great foundation for a career in the visual arts.
Exactly.
Even if you decide to explore different avenues down the line.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can be really helpful.
Okay, how so?
They have this cool feature called Career Compass.
Okay.
It analyzes your skills and interests and then suggests potential career paths that align with your goals.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's like having a personalized roadmap for your career journey.
I like that.
Okay, now speaking of journeys, let's talk about the work environment itself.
Yeah, what's it actually like to work as a photographic developer?
Well, RoleCatcher describes specialized rooms with controlled lighting, temperature, and humidity.
So like optimal conditions for developing film.
Exactly. And of course, you can't forget about the iconic dark room,
Oh,
which is still used for certain processes.
It's like stepping into a blend of science lab and artist's studio.
It really is.
But let's be real, RoleCatcher doesn't shy away from the potential challenges of this work environment.
Right. They mention the potential for exposure to chemicals and the need for strict safety protocols.
So this isn't a job to take lightly.
Definitely not. It requires both passion and a serious commitment to safety.
And what about the physical demands? Is it a desk job, or are we talking about being on your feet all day?
It's definitely more hands-on. They highlight that you might be on your feet for long hours, lifting heavy equipment, working in potentially cramped spaces.
So you need a certain level of stamina and physical dexterity to thrive in this role.
Definitely.
And it sounds like precision and focus are crucial throughout the entire process.
Absolutely. From mixing chemicals to timing development baths, every step requires meticulous attention to detail.
Right, one slip-up could ruin an entire roll of film.
Exactly. So there's a lot of pressure to get it right every time.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've explored the role of the photographic developer, tackled some common interview questions,
Yep.
and even gotten a glimpse into the work environment and potential career paths.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, but there's still more to uncover.
Right. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll delve deeper into RoleCatcher's AI tools, exploring how they can help you refine your answers and tailor your approach to specific job roles.
Sounds good.
We'll also talk about the importance of soft skills, company culture, and even touch on the entrepreneurial side of photography.
Okay, so stay tuned for more insights and strategies to help you ace that interview and launch a fulfilling career in the world of photographic development.
And in the meantime, take a look at RoleCatcher's resources. They offer a wealth of information and tools to help you navigate the job search process and explore different career paths in photography.
It's a fantastic platform for anyone passionate about visual arts, whether you're just starting out or looking to take your career to the next level. So dive in, explore, and discover the possibilities.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of the photographic developer.
Yeah.
Last time we tackled some common interview questions, and you might be thinking, okay, I've got the technical skills down,
Yeah.
but what about those less tangible qualities that employers are looking for?
You're reading my mind. RoleCatcher actually brings up this very point. They call them soft skills.
Right.
Things like communication, collaboration, problem solving.
Exactly.
Those are important in any job, but especially in a creative field like this, right?
Absolutely. Think about it. You're not working in isolation. You'll be interacting with photographers, clients, lab technicians, maybe even managing projects or mentoring others.
Right.
Clear and effective communication is key. Why?
And let's not forget about those tight deadlines and unexpected challenges.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Being able to stay calm, think creatively, and work collaboratively under pressure, those are invaluable skills too.
And here's the cool part.
Okay, what's that?
RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you develop those soft skills too.
Really?
Yeah, their interview practice feature provides feedback on your communication style, body language, and overall presentation.
So it's like having a personal coach helping you polish your interpersonal skills.
Exactly.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Okay, now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the actual work environment.
Okay, that's good.
What's it really like to work as a photographic developer? RoleCatcher gives us a glimpse, right?
They do. They describe these specialized rooms designed for optimal developing conditions. So we're talking controlled lighting, temperature, and humidity.
So the perfect environment for developing film.
Exactly. And of course, you can't forget about the iconic dark room,
Oh, right, the dark room.
which still has its place in certain processes.
It's like stepping into a blend of science lab and artist's studio.
It really is a unique environment.
But RoleCatcher doesn't shy away from the potential downsides of this environment either.
Right. They mention the potential exposure to chemicals and the need for strict safety protocols.
Yeah, so it's not a job to take lightly.
No, it requires both passion and a serious commitment to safety.
Okay, now what about the physical demands? Is it a desk job or is it more hands-on?
It's definitely more hands-on. They highlight that you might be on your feet for long hours, lifting heavy equipment, working in sometimes cramped or dimly lit spaces.
Okay, so it sounds like you need a certain level of stamina and physical dexterity to thrive in this role.
Absolutely. It's a physically demanding job.
Makes sense. Okay, now let's get back to those interview questions from RoleCatcher.
Great idea. Remember, those sample questions are just the starting point.
Right.
Think of them as a springboard for showcasing your skills and experiences.
Okay.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can really help you tailor your responses to specific job roles.
Okay, so how does that work? Give me an example.
Okay, let's say you're prepping for an interview at a high-end photo lab that specializes in archival printing.
Okay.
The AI would analyze the job description,
Oh,
picking up on keywords and phrases that indicate what this particular employer is looking for.
right.
Maybe they emphasize meticulous attention to detail, experience with specific printing techniques, or knowledge of archival preservation methods.
So instead of giving a generic answer about how I ensure consistent results, I'd focus on the specifics that are relevant to this job.
Exactly. You talk about your experience calibrating equipment for archival printing,
Okay.
your knowledge of different paper types, your meticulous approach to handling delicate negatives.
So I'd basically show them that I understand their specific needs and have the skills to meet them.
Precisely. It's like custom tailoring your responses to fit the job like a glove.
That's so smart. Now, I'm curious about those tricky questions that are designed to throw you off balance.
Oh.
The ones that make you sweat a little bit.
Ah, yes, the dreaded curveball questions. But don't worry, RoleCatcher has you covered there too.
Okay, good.
Their AI analyzes common behavioral interview questions,
Okay.
helping you craft responses that demonstrate your problem-solving skills, adaptability, and resilience.
So give me an example. What if they ask something like, tell me about a time you made a mistake at work? What did you learn from it?
Okay, in that case, the AI would guide you towards choosing a story that highlights your ability to learn from your mistakes and take responsibility for your actions.
Okay.
It would remind you to focus on the positive, what you learned, how you improved your process, and how you prevented similar mistakes in the future.
So it's not about pretending you're perfect. It's about showing that you're self-aware and committed to growth.
Exactly. And remember, the AI isn't just giving you pre-written answers. It's providing you with a framework, prompting you with questions to consider,
Okay.
and helping you craft a response that's authentic to your own experiences.
It's like having a brainstorming partner,
Exactly.
helping you dig deeper and come up with the best possible answers.
I like that analogy.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the career progression for a photographic developer.
Okay.
RoleCatcher outlines different stages, right?
They do. They describe a typical path that starts with trainee positions,
Okay.
where you're learning the basics and assisting senior developers. As you gain experience, you progress to junior, then intermediate, and eventually senior developer roles.
So there's a clear path for growth and advancement within this field. What are some of the key differences between those stages? What kind of responsibilities do you take on as you move up the ladder?
Well, as a trainee, you might be focused on tasks like mixing chemicals, preparing equipment, and learning the specific processes used by the lab.
Okay.
You're essentially shadowing experienced developers and absorbing as much knowledge as you can.
It's like an apprenticeship.
Exactly. You're learning the craft from the ground up.
Now, what about when you move to a junior developer role?
Then you'll start taking on more independent tasks.
Like what?
You might be developing film on your own, calibrating equipment, troubleshooting basic issues. You're building your confidence and honing your skills.
And what about the intermediate stage?
At the intermediate level, you're expected to handle more complex projects and make more independent decisions.
Okay.
You might be mentoring junior developers, experimenting with new techniques, or even contributing to process improvements for the lab. You're becoming a more valuable asset to the team.
So it's not just about technical skills. It's also about leadership, problem solving, and contributing to the overall success of the lab.
Precisely.
And then finally, you reach the senior developer level.
Right.
That's the top, right?
It is. This is where you're truly a master of your craft. You're mentoring others, leading projects, implementing new technologies, and ensuring the highest quality standards for the lab. You're a leader, a mentor, and a technical expert.
It's a position that commands a lot of respect and offers a lot of creative fulfillment, too. Now, what about those who want to branch out beyond traditional lab work? Does RoleCatcher offer any insights into alternative career paths?
They do. They highlight related fields like graphic design, advertising, fine art printing, even teaching photography. The skills you develop as a photographic developer, attention to detail, understanding color and composition, problem solving, those are all transferable to a wide range of creative professions.
So it's a great foundation for a career in the visual arts, even if you decide to explore different avenues down the line.
Exactly. And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can be really helpful again.
Okay.
Their Career Compass feature can analyze your skills and interests and then suggest potential career paths that align with your goals.
So it's like having a personalized roadmap for your career journey.
Exactly. Speaking of journeys, let's dive back into that work environment for a moment.
Okay.
We talked about the specialized rooms and the potential for chemical exposure. Is there anything else potential candidates should be aware of?
What else is there?
Well, RoleCatcher mentions that the work can be quite solitary at times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you might spend hours in the darkroom, focused on your tasks, with limited interaction with others.
That's interesting.
It can be a plus for some people who enjoy working independently,
Right.
but it's something to consider if you thrive in a more collaborative environment.
That's a good point. It's important to know yourself and what kind of work setting you're most comfortable in. And what about the emotional side of this work?
Yeah.
RoleCatcher touches on that, right?
They do. They talk about the deep satisfaction that comes from seeing a perfectly developed print,
Yeah.
knowing that you've played a role in preserving a precious moment in time.
It's about more than just chemicals and equipment.
Right.
It's about connecting with people on a human level, understanding the stories behind the images.
Exactly.
And treating each roll of film with care and respect.
It's bringing artistry and empathy to a technical process.
And that human touch is what truly sets this profession apart.
Now, as we move towards the final part of our deep dive, let's remember that RoleCatcher's AI is a valuable tool throughout your entire career journey, not just during the job search.
So it's not just about prepping for interviews, it's about continuous learning and development.
Exactly. How can the AI help with that?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Well, their Career Compass feature can recommend courses, workshops, and certifications to help you stay ahead of the curve and expand your skill set.
So it's like having a personalized learning plan that evolves with you as your career progresses.
Exactly. And don't forget about their network feature.
Oh, right.
It can connect you with other professionals in the field,
Oh, that's great.
opening doors to mentorship, collaboration, and even new job opportunities.
It's about building a community and leveraging your network to support your growth and success.
Precisely. In the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore these aspects in more detail, plus we'll touch on some of the entrepreneurial opportunities in photography.
Sounds good. Stay tuned for more insights and strategies to help you navigate the exciting world of photographic development. All right, welcome back to our final part of our deep dive into the world of the photographic developer. We've covered so much ground already, like interview prepped, career paths.
We even got a glimpse into the work environment itself.
So now I think it's time to zoom out a little and look at the bigger picture.
I like that.
RoleCatcher really emphasizes helping you build a fulfilling and sustainable career in photography.
Yeah, they really go beyond just getting you the job.
I love that approach.
Yeah.
So what are some of their key insights for navigating the long game in this field?
One thing that really stood out to me was their emphasis on continuous learning.
Oh, for sure.
The photographic industry is constantly evolving.
Yeah, always changing.
So staying curious and seeking out new knowledge is crucial.
Right, technology is always advancing, new techniques are emerging.
Yeah.
Can't just rest on your laurels.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's AI can be a fantastic resource for this.
Okay, in what way?
Well, their Career Compass feature can recommend courses, workshops, and certifications
Oh, cool.
tailored to your specific career goals.
So it's like having a personalized learning plan that evolves with you.
Precisely. Now let's talk about something that's often overlooked, the entrepreneurial side of photography.
Oh yeah, good point. RoleCatcher touches on this a bit, right?
They do. They highlight this growing trend of photographers becoming independent contractors,
Right.
offering their services directly to clients.
So it's not just about working for someone else, it's about creating your own opportunity.
Exactly. It's all about having that entrepreneurial spirit, that drive to build your own brand and forge your own path.
Right. But that can be pretty daunting. Where do you even begin?
Well, that's where RoleCatcher's AI tools come in handy again.
Okay, tell me more.
Their platform can actually help you analyze market trends, research competitor strategies,
Wow.
even develop a business plan.
So it's like having a virtual business consultant guiding you every step of the way.
Exactly. It takes some of the guesswork out of it.
Yeah. So it's not just about the artistic side of photography. It's about understanding the business side, too.
Absolutely. And their network feature can even connect you with potential clients, collaborators, and mentors
Oh, wow. That's great.
who can share their insights and experiences.
So you're not just going it alone.
Right. It's
Yeah.
all about building a community and tapping into that collective knowledge.
Speaking of community, let's talk about personal branding, which is so essential for any creative professional.
Yes, crucial.
And RoleCatcher definitely emphasizes this. So,
Absolutely. They talk about crafting a compelling online presence,
okay.
showcasing your work on social media, networking at industry events.
So it's all about visibility.
It is. It's about creating a consistent and authentic image that attracts the right clients and opportunities.
Right. So it's like building your own unique brand identity within the photography world.
Exactly. And guess what? Their AI tools can help you analyze your online presence too.
No way.
Yeah, they provide insights into your social media engagement, website traffic, and overall brand perception.
It's like having a virtual marketing team at your fingertips.
Pretty much.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to circle back to something that's really resonated with me. The emotional side of being a photographic developer.
Yeah, me too.
RoleCatcher doesn't shy away from this, and I really appreciate that.
I agree, it's an important aspect.
They talk about the deep satisfaction that comes from seeing a perfectly developed print.
Yeah, that feeling is hard to describe.
Knowing that you've played a role in preserving a precious moment in time.
It's about more than just chemicals and equipment.
Right. It's about connecting with people on a human level, understanding the stories behind the images,
Exactly.
and treating each roll of film with care and respect.
It's bringing artistry and empathy to a technical process.
And that human touch is what truly elevates this profession. So as we conclude our deep dive into the world of the photographic developer, I want to leave our listeners with a few key takeaways.
Sounds good.
First, remember that this is a field that rewards continuous learning. Stay curious, explore new techniques, and embrace the ever-evolving nature of photography.
Absolutely. Second, don't be afraid to tap into your entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, go for it.
Whether you're freelancing or starting your own business, there are incredible opportunities out there to forge your own path.
And finally, remember the power of personal branding. Craft a compelling online presence, showcase your unique skills and style, and build a community that supports your growth.
And remember that RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way.
Yeah, they've got amazing resources.
Their platform provides the tools, the resources, and the insights to help you navigate the exciting and ever-changing world of photography.
So whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned professional, explore their platform and discover all the possibilities that await you.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep chasing those photographic dreams.